The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the December 17th, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. And let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do know that I'm totally grateful for your presence here, but even more important than that, and that's this: during this next 53 minutes, I am here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email, send it off to steve@tfnn.com. Please send it early. And in that email, in that subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we begin our day with a sea of red out there. You got all the U.S. indices that we track trading the downside. Start off with the Dow down 238 points, 0.5%. 0.4 for the S&P or 22 points. 0.4 for the NASDAQ 100, 100 points. 1% for the Russell, 27 points there. 0.8 for the trannies, 133. 2% for the semis. That's a 103-point move to the downside. You've got the gold is off $17. Silver's down 20 cents. Lights crude off $1.34. Natural gas is down 8 cents. 30 Treasuries up 10 ticks. 10-year notes up 1 tick, print out 109.29. Our leaders in the clubhouse to the upside this morning: Mercado Libre up $17, 1%. Nearly $16 or 2% for Regeneron. Asmil Holdings up $15, 2%. Tesla, $12 move to the upside, 2.5%. And Duolingo up $10, nearly a 3% move there. Our shakers to the downside, led by Bank of Montreal, down $23 or 3%. United Health, $22, 4%. BlackRock, $18, $19, nearly 2%. Transdigim Group, $17. And MicroStrategy off 16. That's about a 4% move to the downside. So we got movers and we've got shakers. Let's begin our morning looking at that New York Stock Exchange advanced decline oscillator. It's got to be in the extreme oversold condition right now. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's well below minus 150 as it tried. We're print out at minus 205. Last time we were down at this kind of level out here would take us back into the bottom that formed back in April of 2024. We also were down at this level here on the trading day of January 17th. That set off quite a bottom out there. Am I saying it's a bottom? I'm saying we are oversold condition, and that oversold condition has to work its way out. It can work its way out by just simply blasting off through here, as those last two elements did, those last two signals where we're down at this minus 205 level, or what it will create is it can create a divergence pattern where price moves lower, but the advanced decline oscillator starts moving higher out there. Which one will it be? That I don't know, but we are in those extreme. Now, it can get further extreme, right? You know, take a look at the reading back down here at April 16th. We got down to a closing low of minus 283. We're at minus 204 right now. We've got the spot VIX that's threatening that 50-day exponential moving average. The 50-day is at 1582. The spot VIX is high today, has been at 1557 out there. If we did get a close above the 1582 level, let me see, where are we at? One-day rate of change right now is about 3%. So I don't know what that mathematical calculation is we'd be looking for if price were to get up there. And it's a possibility for sure. If we did close above it, that starts to shift control from a VIX standpoint, provide sellers with an edge out there. But, you know, we're getting into that extreme oversold condition. My take is that maybe we get up and we test and reject that, and then an oversold condition, it being the 50-day exponential moving average, works its way off. These are the only charts I think that are worthwhile in taking a look at this moment in time. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch over and get right into into and try to understand what's going on inside these equity future contracts, and if there's any kind of signals out there. So we'll start off by taking a look at the Dow. The Dow has been, and this is Brent wrote in earlier this morning, also wanted to take a look at the Dow as well. So we're going to start with the YM. We can see that today is going to become bar number 9 of a TD9 count pattern out here. That says that the bottom could or should form between today and tomorrow. If it's going to form today, as an example, we'd be seeing intraday bottoming signals out here to suggest that that is a possibility. Well, turns out if we go to the bottom row, and when I say bottom row, I'm referring to 10-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute chart. We have Rhodes momentum indicator bottom on the 10-minute. The same thing on the 15-minute. The 10-minute is above profile resistance at 44.030, suggests a further rally. We are trading above the center of the 15-minute profile, which is 44.038. That's where a counter trend move would come to an end. So on a 15-minute basis, 4 minutes from now, we are trading above that level. That suggests a move to 44.105. We have generated a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom on the 30-minute time frame chart. The issue here, we can see that all rallies found resistance at the 44.094 level. So from an intraday standpoint, let's say that you were long out here, or you were short, you're definitely watching 44.094. If price takes that over, well, that would be a positive move inside the 30-minute time frame chart. 60-minute time frame chart has a TD9 count bottom. It could, by 12 noon, also form a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. And here, Brent, what you're looking at is the oscillator and change line. And so you need to see a close above that, which is basically where we're at right now, 44.047, 8, 9, somewhere right around that level. Now when we get up to the longer term charts, the 120, the 240, the 5-hour chart, if we look at the 220, other than a bullish hammer candle that could be forming here, but this bar is not going to close till noon, we do not have any kind of a bottom signal out there. Now, I have to presume, although I don't want to presume, that we may not actually have an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside, even on an intraday basis. And I would say that's definitely the case. You know, the interesting thing about the Dow equity future contract in the daily time frame, and I don't recall seeing this, it probably has occurred out here. If this were a stock, and I've been saying this to myself for the last 3, 4, 5 days out there, if this were a stock, this would be a large operator. Look at this move down here. And this is a controlled move by a large operator to exit their position. That's what it would look like. So it works that way on a stock. A lot of times you see that in Apple, the high moving stocks out there. But in this case here, it's hard for me to believe it. But that's the pattern it looks like. Well, here's the pattern. This is the only pattern that you really need to know. We got a TD9 count bottom. What we've had since the high has been a series of lower highs out there. So we know that if we are going to form a bottom, and even the intraday charts, a bottom pattern, bottom row is showing that it's trying to do that out there. And if it's at a bottom of any significance, we got to see at least a higher high out there. So Dow, the equity future contract, is on TD9 count watch out there. Let's go take a look at the leader to the upside out here. So what's the leader doing? Let's go take a look at the Dow, the NQ equity future. It's going to take just a moment here to populate. I'll let you know ahead of time. We do have some requests that are in. Thank you for those. MOBX. NVIDIA, TSLL, SOXL, the IWM, CCJ, and PLAB. We could take more. Here we can see on a daily time frame, as the other charts complete, daily time frame, we've got no top out here. There is an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. So if we did get a bearish reversal candle, that would confirm a high. We don't have that on a daily time frame. But boy, this top row of charts out here, you got TD9 count tops, Rhodes momentum indicator tops, but right now support is holding in the NQ. That key level of support in the 5-hour time frame, 22,285.20. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. We'll finish looking at the NQ charts, look at the ES and the Russell 2000. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we got the charts for the NQ up on our screen out here. We can see that 5-hour, we talk about the 5-hour TD9 count top, has done its work to the downside, finding support at 22,285. You want to keep that number on your pad of paper. If we close below that, we likely are headed lower. On the 2-hour time frame chart, Rhodes momentum indicator top price moving towards support, which is at 22,205. The question is, will it get down there? If you look at the bottom row, 10 minutes got a by the D point pattern. Prices dealing with resistance, which is the top of the profile. The real level out there on an intraday basis would be 22,266.75. That is where price broke down to form its TD9 count pattern out there. The 15-minute has several 2 by the D point patterns out here. I'll expand this chart out. You can see that it's got the smaller one. That's coming off the TD9 count top from 6:30 this morning. And then you've got the larger one that began back here at 15:30, 3:30 in the afternoon back on December 16th. That was completed when we got that bullish engulfing candle. Now what we're watching is how does price deal with resistance. Resistance here on a 15-minute basis, 22,369. The price able to get above that, then it'd be 22,419.50. That's your 15-minute time frame. TD9 count bottom on the 30-minute. That makes today's low so far the real key level to be watching. Today's low out there is 22,244.25. If we close below that, we're headed lower to where I'd have to say it would be the daily green oscillator and change line. That would be the target 22,089 out there. So is the NQ attempting to form a bottom out here? Well, the bottom row charts suggest so. The 60-minute time frame chart that completes at noon needs to close halfway inside the bar that took place out here at 10 a.m. If it does that, we'll get a 3-river Morningstar pattern that will confirm a buy the D point pattern as well, or a Gartley buy pattern out there, and that would suggest a further rally. That rally could take us up towards the 22,386 level. So that's the review of the charts for the NQ. We did those for the Dow as well. Let me go kind of in order here so I don't get too out of control. Get lost, if you will. And let's start with, because we will come back and take the IWM. It's just a little bit further down on my request list out here. So first request coming in this morning from Brent. Wants to take an MOBX. I apologize, Brent. I don't recall. I don't think you are in a position on this one, not just yet. But if we take a look at this, if I've got that right. I hope I do. This formed a TD9 count bottom on the trading day here of November 21st at a nice rally. Why did it stop where it stopped? Great question. I don't know the answer to that other than, well, I do know the answer to that. So it gets up to a price point of 216 on December 2nd. And as it was doing that on December 2nd out there, it was also testing the top of its monthly profile. So we know exactly where resistance is at. We're sitting right at it, which is $1.78. So that's important for you to know, Brent. $1.78 is significant resistance. If price is able to close above that, well, there's no reason on the daily time frame for price not to rally. We are trading inside that swing point from December 2nd. Did 5.6 million shares today. So far, we've done 1 million shares. So, not moving into that with volume or anything, but you're above resistance level. So a further rally up to that high is likely if we can close above that top of that monthly profile, start moving above it, which is $1.78 out there. Weekly time frame chart's got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom that was formed back on November 22nd, and you've rallied since then with its price target being 260 out there. Gosh, I thought there was something you were looking for a bottom. It might have been the Dow you were looking for a bottom, and I think in this one you're not in it, and you were just looking for an overall view. So if I look at just going to look at a couple intraday charts. 65-minute chart is bullish out there, suggests a run for that high back on December 2nd. The volume on a 30-minute basis, 65-minute basis was 3 million shares. So far, we're into it on the 65 with 298,000 shares. Well, look, we're above resistance. Looks like it wants to rally. If we look at a 30-minute time frame chart, see what kind of signal we have out here. If anything, we don't see any kind of a top. I can see an A to B equals CD pattern, which says that if you were to get a bearish reversal candle, that would form a short-term 30-minute top out there. But it looks like this wants to continue to rally. Most important level being the top of that monthly profile. Again, that is at 178. So thanks, Brent, for you're asking ABC down to $3. No, this can't be it. I don't think I've got the right instrument, MOBX. I think I must have screwed that up. What I'll do is during the break try to figure out if, in fact, that's what I did. But I'm going to go with the likely chance that I did. Or maybe you're seeing an A to B equals CD to the upside to get you to 3, not down. So let's go with maybe I do have that. So the issue there is really that swing point on a daily basis from back on December 2nd. It's got that big volume of 5.6 million shares out there. So, you'd love to move through that with more than that type of volume. But it looks like he wants to at least go attack that high out there. I'll still look to see if I screwed up the request that you had. Tom G and Jambalaya both want to take a look at NVIDIA out here. So let's get that fired up on our screen. We can see yesterday, I believe we talked about how NVIDIA was likely forming a sell the D point pattern. The B point out here on November 27, 226 million shares out there. Let's see, that low was, did we close below? That low was 136.05. Yesterday's close 132. So yeah, we closed below. I'm sorry, 131.80 was that low. Yesterday's close was 132. Oh, geez, sorry about that. So now it would be today that it would. So it didn't bust through that swing point, but we're trading below it today. Volume today. Let's see if Stevie can do this math. 113 million shares. So now we've got volume inside of NVIDIA. Now the 1-to-1 price projection gets you around 124. Don't think that is where the necessary bottom is. You're in bar number 7 today. It could be, but it could be an expansion, an A to B equals CD expansion out there. So that's Tom was looking to scale into a trade. I'm saying today is not the day because we're confirming, or appears to be confirming, an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. It is going to be day number 4 to the downside. Last time we had 4 days to the downside was back here on September the 18th, and then we saw a rally. What you'd really prefer, though, is to see some kind of bottom pattern, Tom. We don't have that on the daily time frame. The weekly, which has a TD9 count and Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, is trading now below the top of its profile at 131.60. That opens up the door for a move to the 114.86, 117.97 level. And the monthly time frame chart has a TD9 count top, trading with inside its profile. Its next downside support level would be at 120.06. So we're looking at 120.06, 117.97, around the 125-ish type area. We don't have to go to the intraday charts out here. I think let this come back to this maybe in a couple of days. out here, and let's see if this forms either a TD9 count or maybe a buy the D point pattern out there. So I'd say no scaling in today out there. So I hope that helps you out. We had a question from Ann to take a look at TSLL. So let's pull these charts up here. TSLL, new ticker symbol, I think, for Stevie, is the direction shares. Oh, this is the Bull 2X direction shares of what? Oh, of Tesla. So really what I should be looking at is Tesla and not the double ETF out there. And so that's what I'm going to do, because you really want to know what's the underlying instrument do out here. We're going to get better data and better signals out there. So if we take a look at Tesla, it negated its TD9 count top yesterday, and we're trading higher today. We're on a weekly basis, we're in bar number 7, and on a monthly basis, we're in bar number 6. We're above all resistance levels. You're going to have to really, well, I'll tell you what. We'll be back from this break in just a few minutes, and we'll take a look at a couple of intraday charts out here. But Tesla wants to continue to move higher, so that should be also good. You're looking for an entry point. On a rocket ship. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at that rocket ship called Tesla. This is for Ann. She's trying to trade the TSLL, and you're going to get your trade information off of Tesla, period. Now, this is a rocket ship. As we said, it negated its daily TD9 count top. There's no tops in sight right now for the weekly or the monthly time frame chart. You're asking for an entry in a momentum stock to the upside. I would have to say it'd be one of a couple of different choices out here. The first one might be a 2 to 3 day pullback out there. So that would be one thing that I'd be looking for. 2 to 3 consecutive days to the downside. That could be your entry point into a long trade. The next area I'd be looking for would be that daily green oscillator and change line. That's at 431 and change out there. And your third option would be looking at intraday charts, like a 30-minute time frame chart, trying to find some type of bottom signal out there. Problem is, it's really hard to find out here, but that's what I would be looking at, would be those intraday charts and momentum stock. Of course, you can always hold your nose and jump into the deep end of the pool out there. Just make sure you've got a stop in place. So I hope that helped you out with regard to Tesla. You're also looking for a long entry point in the semis, SOXL, which is SOXL. Is that also a triple? I don't apologize. I don't recall off the top of my head if it is a triple. So I think for the SOXL, guys, isn't it SOXX? That's the single out there, SOXX. Because you want to do the same thing, Ann. You don't want to take your trade information off of the double or the triple. You want to use that single. It's just simply better. And I believe that SOXX is the one time. So I'm going to put that up instead of SOXL because we want to see what this is doing, what signals that this is providing to us. So if we take a look at SOXL right now, and you're looking for an entry point in this, I would have to say that a pullback or retracement. So same kind of pattern here, possibly a 2-day pullback. Today could be day number 1. Tomorrow could be day number 2. Price is traded above the top of its profile. If price were to pull back to the profile or the oscillator and change line, 28.98 to 29.29. That could be an entry area out there. Because price is moving down, this is a little bit easier to show an intraday signal as well. So let's look at a 30-minute time frame chart. 30-minute time frame chart has a TD9 count top, Rhodes momentum indicator top, and now price is trading below support. There's a new profile that is attempting to form on a 30-minute basis. 32.25 is the support level. The center or the resistance level right now, because we're trading below it, 32.48 is the center, and the top is at 32.95. Typically, Ann, when a profile forms above price, it's a bearish message. It tells us about overhead supply. So that's not what you'd be looking for. That's the 30-minute time frame chart, but you'd be looking for some type of intraday bottom pattern out there, which is what we do. In fact, we'll take a look at that when we review the IWM for Hector and Patty, which is really coming up next. So that would so what we're going to do next year is really going to show you what I believe is a preferred method for helping us to try to identify a bottom pattern that's forming, especially an instrument that is moving lower. Here you're trying to just form, you'd like to enter into a position. Again, the same concept out there on the intraday basis. You want to see those bottom signals. So right now, what we'll go with here is the 28.99, 29.29, or a 2 to 3 bar consecutive day pullback out there. We can see on that weekly chart out here, and this is important to take a look at, the oscillator and change line has acted as resistance ever since the TD9 count top that formed is really the day after, or the week after, I should say, on July the 19th out there. That's going to be a key level. So we're up at resistance. You don't want to buy it now. You want to certainly buy it on a pullback, but you need to see it close above that red oscillator change line for this to suggest that we're even potentially on the right side of that trade. So let's go take a look at IWM for Hector and Patty. Now, this is not what they asked about, but I will get to it. And that is, but just to try to keep things somewhat logical here. Here's the IWM. Now, the IWM formed a TD9 count bottom pattern. It did this a couple of days ago. It's the threat right. Oh, the threat is that this could be negated today. So TD9 count bottom forms on December 13th. And that's a critical low out there. That low is 231.88. If we get a close below that, it's going to negate that signal, and that says being long would be wrong out there. We are long the IWM, because at that same time that it was producing that TD9 count bottom out there on the daily time frame, there were all kind of bottoming charts here on the intraday charts. Here's a 130-minute TD9 count bottom. I mean, it could go back and forth forth. Let's just open up the 165. What was it doing back at that stage? That was forming a TD9 count bottom pattern as well. Or I'm sorry, Rhodes momentum indicator bottom signal out there. So here, if you take a look at if we look at the 15-minute time frame chart, you've got a TD9 count bottom pattern here out there. So again, and this is actually, I thought this would be a good example, but now that TD9 count could be negated out there, won't know till day's end on the IWM out here. I really can't show you what I was really intending to do out there, but basically it's looking at these intraday signals out there and looking for bottom patterns. If you're going to see a turn out here, whether it's a bottom or a top, either way, in this case we're talking about a bottom, we're talking about a buy point, you want to just try to get some type of leverage on your decision out there. So on the IWM, Hector and Patty, what we're watching for today is we're watching that 231.88 low, or 231.59 as we speak. But your specific question was really about more of the monthly time frame and trying to form an A to B equals CD. The question was, is price going to take out this 244.46 level out here? That's from the month of November of 2021. And there were 711 million shares that traded that month. We got up into it and rejected it last month with 586. That was a test and rejection of a swing point on lighter volume out there. This month we're pulling back. Right now our volume for the month is 256. That's still quite a bit short of the 711 million shares. So even if we do move higher out there, well, maybe it's the RTY I got to take a look versus the IWM. That's what it was, Peter. So thanks for even bringing that up. That's where I'll show you what we're looking for out here, Ann. So Hector, is price going to take that out? It needs mojo. It needs a lot of volume, and it doesn't have that out there. So let's go take a look at that RTY, the Russell 2000. Let's stay with the theme out here. When I pull these two out, what we're going to see out here, I believe, first is where we left off, which would be the NQ. But let's get the Russell 2000 charts out here. These are the ones really that are going to show you what I was looking for. And with regard to those intraday signals, because we're going to see those all over the place here for the Russell 2000. We'll see it for its 5-hour, its 4-hour, its 2-hour, and all of these time frames. Of course, those signals are being tested out here. So let's go see if anything has been negated at this stage of the game. So here, if you take a look at that nice TD9 count bottom on a 5-hour chart, we had a nice TD9 count bottom on the 4-hour chart. You had a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom on the 2-hour chart. You had a TD9 count bottom on the 60-minute time frame chart. Now that one has been negated out here. We can see that close below that horizontal blue line out there. So those are what you're really looking for. Is you're looking for confirmed intraday bottom signals when you're trying to get into a long position. And right now what we need is by the 4-hour chart, the TD9 count patterns on the longer term time frame have not yet been negated. Quite frankly, the 2-hour chart is forming a TD9 count bottom as we speak right now. It'll have that in place by 12 noon. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at Kamiko Corp out here. CCJ is the ticker symbol. It's for Jambalaya inside the Tiger's Den. Jam, we can see that we've got a nice Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. We're trading below profile support. We're trading below its oscillator and change line for its daily time frame. Looks like it's gunning for its breakout level of 51.71. Today's bar number 7. You could get a TD9 count bottom that forms between tomorrow, Wednesday, and Friday out there. So you'd love to see that TD9 count bottom form right at around or above that 51.71 level. That would be your entry signal out there. If we look at a weekly time frame chart, does this have an A to B equals CD pattern on the upside that had a sell the D point pattern out here? No. Not that I see. Not that I see. So at this stage here on a weekly basis, price is pulling back into its buy zone between 51.40 and 53.88. So that's a nice thing as well as you're looking for a daily bottom in CCJ. And on a monthly basis, price is tested and rejected that oscillator and change line. So that's slightly bullish. That was at 52.64. The slightly bearish, though, is right now you've got a dark cloud cover candle. And that could form a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top for its monthly time frame. But right now, I'll just go with the daily time frame. Watch over the next couple of days. You could get that TD9 count bottom pattern out here as price approach that 51.71 again between tomorrow and Friday. So let's come back and look at that maybe on Thursday or Friday, Jam. You also want to take a look at ticker symbol PLAB. So let's pull up that set of charts out here. PLAB is doing what? On a monthly basis, it is forming a TD9 count top out there. So that's what it's doing on a, I take that back. I totally take that back. Don't even listen to what I just said because that was idiotic. So right now, on a monthly basis, price is testing resistance, Jam. That's at the 27.04 level out there. That's its oscillator and change line. On a weekly time frame, I see a fairly large sell to D point pattern. So let's open up this chart here. Let's make sure we've gone back far enough. Yeah, it looks like we have. So that is going to be, that's like about a 1 to 1.618. A to B equals CD pattern. Here's your A to B. If we just simply move this over to the C point out there, the next lowest low that forms after that B point, I'm trying to just grab that. Come on. You work with me? There we go. You just move that over. You can see we're well above that, and you have that bearish shooting star on a weekly basis. That suggests that price should pull back to support. So 24.81 is a weekly price target on a move lower for PLAB. The daily time frame, price is finding support, and it's finding support at its oscillator and change line. That's at 26.16. Price is trading above the top of its profile. That's at 26. Well, it's not. The top of the profile is 26.41. So What you're looking for here, Jam, is if you get a close above 26.41, that would be a positive. You'd be above profile. Now, it did close above it by a smidgen in the last 2 trading sessions. So I think you need more than a smidgen of a close above that level, because closing above that level and a green oscillator change zone would say we should continue to move higher. But is it the weekly that is the overriding factor here because of that sell the D point pattern? That I do not know. I really don't. We have just been moving sideways. Let's take a quick peek at volume. So 2 days ago, this did volume of 500,000 shares. Yesterday was with 480. Today, in the first 2 hours of trading, a little over 2 hours, we're at 7, even lighter volume. 240 yesterday? No, 40. Wow. So it's got some real light volume out here. It certainly doesn't have the volume to continue to suggest that it wants to blast off to the upside. So our resistance on the monthly, weekly suggests moving back to 24.81. Jam, I hope that helps you out. I hope I didn't confuse you too much. And as always, thanks for your request. We had a request from Dan inside the Tiger's Den to take a look at SOUN. And SOUN out here negated a TD9 count top. That's a beautiful thing. It did that on the trading day of December 6th. Talks about a very strong upward momentum move. Price had come back inside its profile that had formed out here on the trading day of December 10th. And then 2 days ago, it negated that resistance level of the profile, another profile change in trend. Looks like this wants to continue higher. Now, I do show, let me just open this up and see if that is a... Yeah, I'm not going to go with the wave number 7 signal out here. That doesn't look like that's right to me. So the daily says this wants to continue to move further. And Dan, so no, too far, too fast? That's not what no, it's got a Rhodes momentum indicator signal, so it's stretched, but it doesn't mean that it won't continue to rally. On a weekly basis, bar number 3, you negated last week its TD9 count top out there. That says it wants to move higher. Let's open up this monthly chart out here, see what this is really going back against. Wow, it's taking out its high out here. So this was an IPO from April of 2022. The IPO high, if you will, was at 1814. We have taken that out. So you're looking for a close above that. That is 67 million shares. So far this month, you've got 1 billion shares. So is this too high, too fast? I don't think so. It's got the volume in it. We don't have any kind of topping signals, daily, weekly, or monthly. The daily, a bearish reversal candle, would in fact generate a short-term topping signal. This is an inside bar. Don't know if it'll be an inside bar at day's end, but it is right now. Inside bars tell us that the existing move should continue in that same direction. So it looks to me like SOUN wants to continue to motor on to the upside out there. Nicholas wanted to take a look at ticker symbol CI. He's looking for a bottom. He's really asking, did it negate its TD9 count bottom? And the answer is yes. At this stage of the game, the TD9 count bottom, we'll know at day's end. The key level out here, Nicholas, so good eyeing out there. The key level here is a close below 271.88. 271.88 would negate that daily TD9 count bottom signal. You can see you've got a weekly A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. We have that same pattern for the daily time frame. And so on the daily time frame, the next bottoming signal would be some type of bullish reversal candle. That's under the assumption that it negates its TD9 count bottom pattern out here. On that weekly time frame and daily as well, we got the A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Looks like it's already attained the 1-to-1 level out there. Let's go and draw that in here. Here is our A to B point out there. I'm just going to move this over to the C point. The next highest high, yeah. So we're at about the 1.272 area out there on a weekly time frame. The monthly time frame for CI looks horrible because we are trading below the bottom of its bullish structured profile. 287.48 is that number. If price closes below that, that could suggest a further move lower. But I'd really be paying attention to the daily and the weekly at this moment in time. So yes, Nicholas, a close below yesterday's low will negate that TD9 count bottom, and the next bottom pattern that I see at the moment could be the A to B equals CD pattern, and you'd be looking for a bullish reversal candle. Inside the Tiger's Den, we've got Duncan wants to take a look at ticker symbol WIMI. I see a sideways consolidation since its TD9 count bottom on the monthly time frame, which took place in November of 2022. So this looks a lot like dead money out here. Right, it's been trading sideways out here, Dunk, since November of 2022 out there. Wow, how about that? What's it doing on a daily basis? Consolidating with inside its profile. Support at 78, resistance 115. Trading to a profile resistance on the daily time frame out there. It did hop with a TD9 count top back on October 7th. So I don't have really much for you there. I'd be watching really the weekly and the monthly resistance levels out here. The resistance level on the monthly out here is at 97 cents. And on the weekly, it's at $1.15. Let's go take a Mosaic for Dan from New York. MOS is the ticker symbol there. That wasn't it. Nice move there, Stevie. Let's try this. We're going to go to a breakout here. But the key level that you're watching out here, Dan, is the low from November 20th. That low is 25.18. We're trading at 25.23. Volume on that bar, 5 million shares. So far today, 1 million shares. So lighter volume. We'll discuss that when we come back from this break.
The Tiger Dollar Holiday Double Bonus Sale 2024 is here.
Amazing money.
Now through December 23rd, we've doubled the bonuses. Don't miss your opportunity to get a double bonus up to 40% on your Tiger Dollar purchase. Here's how it works. Purchase 500 Tiger Dollars and receive 100 bonus Tiger Dollars. That's a 20% bonus, $600 total. Purchase 1,000 Tiger Dollars and receive 300 bonus Tiger Dollars. A 30% bonus, $1,300 total. Purchase 1,500 Tiger Dollars and receive 600 bonus Tiger Dollars. That's a 40% bonus, 2,100 total.
Oh, wow!
But you have to hurry because this Holiday Tiger Dollar Double Bonus Sale ends on December 23rd. Visit the front page of TFNN for details and get your Tiger Dollars today.
Ho, ho, ho! TFNN.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at charts for Mosaic. And Mosaic, the daily time frame, this is going to be an interesting way this plays out. So first, prices testing that TD9 count bottom swing point from back on November 20th with lighter volume. We're at that had 5 million shares so far today, in over about 2.5 hours of trading, 1 million shares. So much lighter. Now, if price tests and rejects, that means closes. It's already tested. Does it close back above 25.18? We're 25.31. If it does, then you'll have a test and rejection of a swing point on lighter volume. If you can't bust them down, price will try to bust them up. But to bust them up, watch where price closes, because it's below the bottom of that daily profile, 25.31. 25.59. That could be the bust them up figure out there, because that would be resistance. On the other hand, if we close below, even if it's with lighter volume, close below the low from November 20th at 25.18, that will trigger an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside, give you a price projection in the 23.80 level. On a weekly basis, prices testing a key level of support. That's the oscillator and change line. And the monthly time frame chart basically looks horrible out there. So that's what I've got. We take a look at Mosaic. You'll want to see at day's end. Is it a test or rejection on lighter volume? Does it close below and trigger an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside? Which one will it be? Well, this guy kind of takes us back to Ann, looking for a bottom signal or what have you. Here's the 195-minute chart for Mosaic. Price at that CD9 count top, and price right now is testing that key level of support at 25.34. Let's go take a look at a 65-minute time frame chart out here. We take a look at Mosaic. It is in the process of completing a TD9 count bottom pattern. It will do that at 12.45 out there. So you want to watch the low. Let's assume so far the low of the day is in. If price were to close below, this on a 65-minute time frame, close below 25.17, that would say we had lower. Otherwise, we rally up into about the 25.65 level. So that's what I see for Mosaic. Let's finish this off real quickly here for Mohammed. Take a look at ticker symbol ARMK. It's got an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. You're looking for a bullish reversal candle on the daily time frame to generate a Gartley buy pattern. The weekly time frame chart, which has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, is testing support. That key level of support right now is the top of its profile, Mohammed, and that is at 38.99. The price closed below that, which should see a move down to 37.62. A monthly TD9 count top is out there. Price should pull back to 35.98. We got through all of them, folks. That's a wonderful thing. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for all the great programming. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Wednesday at 11 a.m. sharp. Take care.